didn't stumble onto this. That's the first thing I want you to understand before we go anywhere else together tonight. The idea that you randomly clicked on something, that an algorithm served you a video and you happened to watch it, that's the surface story. And the surface story is almost never the real one. What actually happened is that your energy field, the measurable electromagnetic broadcast that radiates from your body in every direction at every moment, shifted. It shifted before you found this. It shifted in a way that made you findable by exactly this kind of information. And the shift happened because something in you already knew that tonight was different. I'm going to spend the next hour showing you the mechanics of that, not as a metaphor, not as a comfort, as a precise, specific, scientifically grounded explanation of what your personal energy field does in the moments before a major life transition, what it broadcasts, what it draws toward itself, and why the experience of finding something at exactly the right moment is not coincidence, but coherence. Your field coherence. The kind your heart generates naturally when you are on the edge of something real. But I want to start somewhere unexpected. I want to start with what your aura was doing 3 days ago. 3 days ago, or maybe it was a week, or maybe it was this morning. Something in you got quiet, not peaceful quiet. The other kind, the kind where you stop performing your normal life for a moment and you feel, underneath all of it, that something is ending, or something is beginning, or both at once, because those two things are always the same event. You felt it in your chest, or behind your sternum, or in the place where your throat meets your collarbones. A kind of pressure that wasn't pain, but wasn't comfortable either. A readiness that had nowhere to go yet. That sensation you felt? That was your energy field reorganizing. And I mean that in the most literal, measurable sense possible. Your heart generates an electromagnetic field. This is not a spiritual claim. It is a documented, peer-reviewed, measurable physical fact. The HeartMath Institute, which has been studying cardiac electromagnetic fields since the early 1990s, has measured the human heart's field extending up to 8 to 10 feet beyond the surface of the body in every direction. This field is not static. It pulses, it shifts, it carries information encoded in its waveform. Information about your emotional state, your nervous system, coherence, your dominant frequency in any given moment. And when something major is about to change in your life, when you are standing at the threshold of a new timeline. Whether you have named it that yet or not, this field does something specific. It goes through a period of what researchers call low coherence before it reorganizes into a higher coherence pattern. Low coherence feels like that quiet, that unsettled stillness, that pressure behind the sternum that you don't quite have words for. And high coherence, the reorganized field, the new broadcast, that's what you're entering right now. So when you felt that thing, you felt. And when you found this, those two events are not separate. You were broadcasting the frequency of someone on the edge of a genuine shift. And the quantum field, which responds to electromagnetic signals the way a tuning fork responds to its matching pitch, assembled this moment around that broadcast. You didn't find this. Your field drew it. Now let me show you what that actually means for your life starting tonight. If this is landing for you at the level of your own field, there's something I want to offer before we go further. Have you spent years trying to feel lit up again? Visualizations, affirmations, vibration work, and the light still won't hold? Every one of those methods is telling you to push harder, do more, add another technique. It's not working, because the issue isn't that you don't have enough light. 6 specific patterns are sitting on top of it. They're called the frequencies of forgetting. The remembering field, a quantum guide to returning to the light. You forgot you were carrying walks through all 5 parts of getting those patterns off you. Every tool you used tried to add more light. This one lifts what's been sitting on the light you already carry. The longer you wait, the harder they get to clear. So go open it tonight. The link is in the pinned comment below. Now, back to the thread we were following. There is a concept in quantum physics called superposition. You've probably heard the word. An electron, or any quantum particle, exists in multiple possible states simultaneously until the moment of observation. The moment something interacts with it and forces it to resolve into one specific state. Before observation, all possibilities are present at once. After observation, one reality crystallizes out of the field of potential. Most people learn this concept and think it's interesting, but abstract. Something that happens at the subatomic level, too small to matter at the scale of human life. But here's what those people are missing. Your body is made of quantum particles. Every atom in your nervous system, every electron in the electromagnetic field your heart generates, every photon emitted by your cells. And yes, your cells do emit light. Biophotons, measurable coherent light, exists within this quantum framework. You are not separate from quantum mechanics. You are a quantum system. A large, warm, conscious, breathing quantum system, but a quantum system nonetheless. And this means something extraordinary about the moment you're in right now. Right now, your life is in superposition. Multiple timelines, multiple versions of what comes next exist simultaneously in the quantum field of possibility. The version where tonight is just another night. The version where something genuinely shifts. The version where you look back on this moment in 2 years and say, that was when everything changed. All of those are real. All of them are present. And the one that crystallizes, the one that collapses out of superposition into your actual lived experience, is determined by your electromagnetic broadcast, by the frequency your heart field is radiating right now, by the coherence of your personal aura in this specific moment. This is why I said you didn't stumble onto this, because you wouldn't be here in this specific moment, feeling what you're feeling, unless your field had already begun to shift toward the timeline where something real happens tonight. You are already in the collapse. The observation has already begun, and the frequency you bring to the next 60 minutes is going to participate in determining which version of your life crystallizes out of this moment. So let's make it conscious. Let's make your broadcast deliberate. Because a conscious broadcast is not slightly more powerful than an unconscious one. It is categorically different. It is the difference between a candle and a laser. Same light, completely different coherence, completely different reach. If this transmission is landing for you, if you feel your field responding to what we're exploring together, take a moment to like this video and subscribe so we can keep going deeper together. Now let's keep going. Let me tell you about Mara. Mara was the kind of person who had spent her entire adult life waiting for the right moment. Not in a passive way. She worked hard. She showed up. She did everything she was supposed to do. But there was a quality to her doing that she couldn't quite name. A kind of held breath. A sense that she was preparing for a life that kept not quite arriving. She had a good job that didn't fit her. She had relationships that were fine but not luminous. She had a body of work she'd never shared with anyone because she was waiting until it was ready, until she was ready, until the moment was right. And every morning she woke up and the moment was not yet right. What Mara didn't understand, what nobody had ever shown her, was that the waiting itself was a broadcast, that the held breath was a signal that the energy field she generated every day, shaped by decades of preparation without a rival, was radiating a very specific frequency to the quantum field. Not yet. And the quantum field, which does not evaluate or judge, but simply responds to what it receives, was assembling reality around that signal. Not yet. Not yet. Not yet. The day everything changed for Mara, she didn't do anything dramatic. She didn't quit her job, or move cities, or make a grand declaration. She was sitting in her car in a parking lot, late afternoon, and she had one of those moments of sudden, absolute clarity that arrive without warning and change everything. She realized that she had been treating her life like a rehearsal, that she had been radiating rehearsal energy, and she understood in her body, not just in her mind, that there was no performance coming after the rehearsal. This was the performance. This had always been the performance, and something in her chest released. She described it later as feeling like a knot she hadn't known was there coming undone, like a frequency she'd been holding, a tight, compressed, not yet frequency, suddenly expanding. She sat in that parking lot and she breathed, and with each breath, she felt her energy field. Though she wouldn't have called it that at the time, doing something different. Expanding, warming, broadcasting something new. She drove home and sent the first chapter of her book to 3 people she trusted. That was 6 years ago. You can find her work now. It reaches people. It matters. Not because she became a different person in that parking lot, but because she stopped dimming the person she already was. The timeline shift didn't happen when she sent the email. It happened in the parking lot, in the moment of coherence, in the moment her field reorganized. The email was just the first event that the new broadcast drew to her. Your moment is happening right now, and I want to show you the exact mechanics of what's occurring in your energy field as we move through this together. Because understanding the mechanics is part of what makes the shift conscious rather than accidental. Accidental shifts happen. People stumble into new timelines all the time. But a conscious shift, a shift you understand and participate in deliberately, that's a different order of magnitude. That's not a candle flickering in a new direction. That's a laser finding its target. Here is what your aura is specifically doing when you are on the threshold of a timeline change. The electromagnetic field generated by your heart is in constant communication with your nervous system. This is not metaphor. The heart sends more neural signals to the brain than the brain sends to the heart. The heart has its own nervous system, approximately 40,000 neurons, which researchers sometimes call the heart brain. And this system processes information, makes decisions, and broadcasts its state to the rest of your body and beyond. When your heart field is in a state called coherence, when its electromagnetic waveform is smooth, rhythmic, and ordered, your brain enters a synchronized state. Your immune system functions optimally. Your perception expands, and your electromagnetic broadcast becomes what I can only describe as legible. The quantum field can read a coherent signal. It can respond to it. It can assemble matching frequencies around it. When your heart field is in a state of incoherence, when its waveform is chaotic, fragmented, and disordered, the broadcast is still happening, but it's like trying to tune into a radio station that's broadcasting on 17 frequencies simultaneously. The signal is there, but nothing can lock onto it. Nothing can respond to it clearly. And so, reality, which assembles around your signal, assembles something chaotic and fragmented in return. Most people spend most of their lives broadcasting from a state of partial incoherence, not because they're broken, because they're unconscious, because nobody ever showed them that their heart field was a broadcast instrument, let alone how to tune it. The moment you become conscious of your broadcast, you change it. Not by trying to feel different, not by forcing positive thoughts, by the simple, radical act of directing your attention to your own field and choosing deliberately what frequency to generate. And here is the specific thing that happens at the quantum level when you do this. Quantum entanglement is the phenomenon where two particles, once they have interacted, remain connected regardless of the distance between them. What happens to one instantaneously affects the other, even if they are on opposite sides of the universe. Einstein called it spooky action at a distance, and he didn't like it. But it's real. It's been measured. It's been demonstrated in laboratories with increasing precision for decades. And here's the part that matters for your life tonight. You have been interacting with people, places, possibilities, and timelines your entire life. Every interaction has created entanglement. Your field is already connected to an enormous network of quantum relationships, most of which you've never consciously mapped. When your field coherence shifts, those entangled relationships feel it. Not metaphorically, electromagnetically. The shift in your broadcast propagates through your entanglement network and begins to draw responses from it. People you haven't spoken to in years suddenly think of you. Opportunities that were dormant suddenly activate. Doors that seemed closed begin to loosen. This is not magic. This is quantum resonance. This is your field, newly coherent, newly broadcasting a clear signal, drawing responses from everything it's already entangled with. This is why timeline shifts can feel sudden. Why people say everything changed at once. It's not that everything changed simultaneously. It's that one coherent shift propagated through an entire entanglement network, and the responses began arriving from every direction at the same time. Your network is enormous. Your field has been interacting with the quantum field your entire life. The moment your broadcast becomes coherent, the response is not small. It is proportional to the full scope of your entanglement history. Let that land. Right now, I want to do something with you, not at you. With you. This is a practice, and it's specific to this moment, to this threshold, to the exact kind of shift you are in the middle of right now. It is not a generic meditation. It is a precise coherence activation designed for the specific electromagnetic state of someone who is on the edge of a timeline change and ready to make that change conscious. Find a position where your spine can be reasonably upright, not rigid, just awake. If you're lying down, that's fine, but bring a little more alertness to your body, a little more presence. Feel the weight of yourself, the actual physical mass of you, your bones, your muscles, the density of your body in space. This matters because your electromagnetic field is generated by and through your physical body. Grounding in your physical form is not separate from aura work. It is aura work. Now bring your attention to your heart center. Not the organ specifically, though the organ is there and it's doing extraordinary things right now. The center of your chest, the space behind your sternum. And as you bring your attention there, I want you to notice something. Not create something. Notice. There is already a warmth there. It may be subtle. It may be a faint heat, or a slight pressure, or a quality of aliveness that's different from the rest of your body. That warmth is not imagination. That warmth is the electromagnetic activity of your heart field. You are feeling your own aura from the inside. Now breathe into that warmth. Slow, full, deliberate breath in through the nose, filling your lungs from the bottom up, feeling your chest expand. And as you breathe in, imagine or feel or simply intend that the warmth in your chest is expanding. Not because you're forcing it, because you're giving it permission, because you're paying attention to it. And attention is energy. And energy fed by attention grows. Hold the breath for just a moment at the top, not straining, just pausing. And in that pause, I want you to bring into your awareness the sense that you are on the edge of something. Not a specific thing you're trying to manifest, not an outcome you're attached to. Just the felt sense of threshold, the sense that the timeline you've been living and the timeline that's available to you are right now, in this breath, in the same space, both present, both real. Now exhale slowly. Let the breath go completely. And as you exhale, feel the warmth in your chest radiate outward, not just into your body, beyond your body, into the space around you. That radiation is real. Your heart field is genuinely extending beyond your skin right now. You are not visualizing a metaphor. You are directing an actual electromagnetic broadcast. Do this twice more on your own. Breathe in. Expand the warmth. Feel the threshold. Exhale. Radiate. When you've done those 2 breaths, let your breathing return to normal and stay with the warmth for a moment. Notice if the quality of the space around you feels different. Notice if your chest feels more open. Notice if there's a quality of readiness that's different from the held breath readiness of waiting. This is coherence. This is your field, organized and broadcasting clearly. This is what you feel like when you are genuinely on the edge of a new timeline, and your broadcast matches the frequency of that new territory. This is your natural state, not a special state you have to work to achieve. Your natural state when the dimming stops. And I want to pause here and ask you something, because this community is part of the field too. Have you ever felt your aura shift in a room? A moment when people responded to your energy differently? When you walked in and something changed? When your own light seemed to activate and you could feel it? Drop it in the comments. I read them. And your story might be exactly what someone else needs to recognize their own field. Now I want to talk about the dimming, because you can't understand the full magnitude of what's available to you tonight without understanding what has been compressing your field and why the compression is ending. There is a specific pattern that develops in the electromagnetic field of a person who has been living below their actual frequency for an extended period. Researchers studying heart rate variability, which is one of the primary measurable indicators of heart field coherence, have documented what happens to the heart's electromagnetic waveform under chronic stress, chronic self-suppression, and chronic disconnection from one's own sense of purpose. The waveform doesn't collapse. It doesn't disappear, but it compresses. It becomes smaller in amplitude, more erratic in rhythm, less coherent in its pattern, and a compressed, erratic waveform broadcasts a compressed, erratic signal. Here's what that compressed signal attracts: more compression, more circumstances that confirm the frequency of smallness, more evidence that the world is not particularly responsive to you, more experiences of almost but not quite, of close but not enough, of reaching and not quite connecting. Not because you deserve that, not because the universe is punishing you, because your field is broadcasting a frequency, and reality is assembling around it faithfully, the way it always does, without judgment, without preference, without any agenda except resonance. The person with a compressed field is not a person with a small life. They are a person with a temporarily compressed broadcast. And the difference between those two things is everything. What compresses a field? Let me be specific, because this matters. Chronic self-monitoring compresses a field. The habit of constantly watching yourself through the imagined eyes of others, asking, am I too much? Am I enough? Am I coming across right? Is a habit that redirects enormous amounts of electromagnetic energy from outward broadcast to internal surveillance. A person in chronic self-monitoring is essentially running their field in a loop. The energy that should be radiating outward is cycling back through the self-monitoring system. And the net broadcast is a fraction of what it could be. Unprocessed grief compresses a field. Not because grief is wrong or should be hurried, but because grief that has never been witnessed, never been allowed to move through the body, never been given the space it needs to complete its cycle, becomes a standing wave in the electromagnetic field, a frequency that got stuck. And a stuck frequency is a compressed one. Long-term inauthenticity compresses a field, living a life that doesn't match your actual frequency, playing a role that isn't yours, performing a version of yourself that you don't recognize in private, This creates what I can only describe as electromagnetic dissonance. Your field is trying to broadcast your actual frequency, while your behavior is broadcasting a different one. And the interference between those two signals compresses both of them. And perhaps most commonly, most quietly, most invisibly, the accumulated weight of 1,000 small moments of self-dimming compresses a field. Every time you made yourself smaller to make someone else comfortable. Every time you swallowed a truth because the room wasn't ready for it. Every time you delayed your own becoming because you were waiting for permission that was never going to come from outside you. Each of those moments was a small compression, and 1,000 small compressions become a field that's broadcasting at a fraction of its natural amplitude. I'm not telling you this to make you feel bad about the past. I'm telling you this because you need to understand what's actually releasing right now, what you're feeling tonight. That pressure, that readiness, that sense of something shifting. That's not just emotional. That's your field decompressing. That's the standing waves beginning to move again. That's the electromagnetic amplitude beginning to return to its natural level. And when a compressed field decompresses, the change in broadcast is not proportional. It's not like going from a quiet voice to a slightly louder voice. It's like going from a whisper to a signal that reaches across the room. The quantum field notices. The entanglement network responds. The timeline that matches your natural frequency, not your compressed frequency, begins to become accessible. This is why people describe genuine life changes as feeling like they've entered a different world. They haven't gone anywhere, but their field has changed so significantly that the reality assembling around it is genuinely different. Same person, same body, same history, completely different broadcast, completely different response from the quantum field. You are in that decompression right now. Let me tell you about Daniel. Daniel had spent 11 years in a career that he was genuinely good at and genuinely wrong for. He had the skills. He had the track record. He had the title and the salary and the respect of people whose respect he'd worked hard to earn. And every Sunday evening, without fail, he felt a heaviness settle into his chest that he'd learned to call tiredness. But that wasn't tiredness. It was the weight of a life lived at the wrong frequency. He wasn't unhappy in any dramatic way. That was the thing that made it hard to change. If he'd been miserable, the decision would have been clear. But he was fine. He was managing. He was doing okay. And okay, he had learned, was the most dangerous frequency of all, because okay doesn't hurt enough to push you out of it, but it's not alive enough to actually be living. Daniel's field, in those 11 years, had organized itself around the frequency of fine, of managing, of okay, and reality faithfully had assembled around that signal. More fine, more managing, more okay. The shift for Daniel didn't come from a dramatic external event. It came from a conversation with someone he'd just met at an event he'd almost not attended, who asked him a question that nobody had ever asked him before. Not a complicated question, a simple one. What would you be doing with your life if you weren't afraid of being wrong about yourself? Daniel said later that he felt the question land in his chest like a stone dropping into still water, and the ripples, the electromagnetic ripples, were immediate and physical. His heart rate changed. His breathing changed. Something in the quality of the air around him changed. He didn't have an answer to the question, not in that moment. But the question had done something to his field that no amount of self-improvement effort had managed to do. It had shown him the shape of his own compression. He saw it clearly. In one moment, the 11 years of okay, the Sunday evening heaviness, the skills deployed in the wrong direction, the talent pointed at a target that was never his target. And seeing it was the decompression, not the decision that followed, not the changes he made over the next year. The seeing, the moment his field became coherent around the truth of what he actually was, rather than incoherent around the performance of what he'd decided to be. Daniel's story matters for tonight because of what happened after that conversation. Within 2 weeks, 3 things arrived in his life that had not been present before. A connection that led to a completely different kind of work. A creative project that had been dormant for years suddenly reactivated, and a relationship that had been stuck in the same conversation for months suddenly moved. He didn't do anything dramatically different in those 2 weeks. His field did. His field decompressed, reorganized, and began broadcasting at a frequency that drew responses from his entanglement network that the compressed field had never been able to attract. The timeline shifted, not because of what he did, because of what he broadcast. What about you? Has there been a moment, maybe recent, maybe years ago, when you felt your own field suddenly warm and expand, when something in your chest opened and the people around you seemed to feel it too. Tell me about it in the comments. Those moments of recognized radiance are not flukes. They are your field showing you its natural frequency, and sharing them here adds to the coherence of this entire field we're building together. Now let me go deeper into the mechanics of what's available to you tonight, because I want you to understand something about timeline shifts that most people don't know, and that understanding it will change how you move through the next 24 hours. There is a concept in quantum field theory called the zero-point field. It is the underlying energetic substrate of the universe, the field that exists even in the complete absence of matter, the field that permeates all of space, and from which all particles and all energy emerge. It is not empty space. It is full space. It is the most information-dense medium in the known universe, containing, according to some theoretical calculations, more energy per cubic centimeter than the observable universe contains in its entirety. It is the field from which reality is continuously emerging. Your electromagnetic field is in constant interaction with the zero-point field. Not occasionally, not when you meditate, continuously. Every heartbeat sends a pulse of electromagnetic energy into the zero-point field. Every pulse carries information about your current frequency. And the zero-point field, which is the substrate from which quantum possibilities collapse into physical reality, responds to that information. This is the mechanism behind what people experience as synchronicity, as right place, right time, as things falling into place. When your field is coherent, when your heart is broadcasting a clear, organized, high-amplitude signal into the zero-point field, the probability distribution of quantum events in your immediate environment shifts. Not in a way that violates physics, in a way that is physics. The coherent field creates a local organizing influence on the probability distributions of quantum events. Events that match your frequency become more probable. Events that don't match become less probable. Reality at the quantum level begins to preferentially assemble in the direction of your broadcast. This is not mysticism. This is what quantum field theory actually describes. The mathematics of quantum mechanics includes probability distributions, wave functions that describe the likelihood of different outcomes. Those probability distributions are not fixed. They are influenced by the electromagnetic environment in which they exist. Your heart field is part of that electromagnetic environment. A coherent heart field influences probability distributions in ways that increase the likelihood of coherence matching events. What that means in plain language: when your field is coherent, you are literally, mathematically, physically more likely to be in the right place at the right time, more likely to encounter the person who changes things, more likely to receive the information that unlocks the next door, more likely to find what you need when you need it. And when your field is incoherent, fragmented, compressed, you are literally, mathematically, physically less likely to encounter those things. Not because the universe is withholding them, because your broadcast isn't creating the electromagnetic conditions that make them probable. This is the real mechanics of timeline change, not a mystical leap from one predetermined path to another. A shift in your electromagnetic broadcast that changes the probability distribution of quantum events in your environment, which changes what reality assembles around you, which changes what you experience as your life. You are not a passive observer of your timeline. You are its primary electromagnetic architect. And tonight, your field is reorganizing toward coherence. The shift is already in motion. What we're doing right now, this conversation, this transmission, this hour of directed attention on your own energy field, is participating in and accelerating a process that has already begun. I want to do something specific with you now. Something that goes beyond the first practice we did together. This is a deeper engagement with your field, and it's designed for the specific moment you're in. The moment of decompression and reorganization. The moment when the old broadcast is releasing and the new one is forming. This practice has 3 parts. Move through them at whatever pace feels right. There's no rush. The field doesn't respond to hurry. It responds to presence. The first part is called the release of the held frequency. Bring your attention back to your heart center. And this time, instead of expanding the warmth, I want you to look for what's underneath it. Not with effort or excavation, just with gentle curiosity. There is, in most people's heart field right now, a frequency that has been held for a long time. A note that's been sustained past its natural duration. It might feel like a tightness, a guardedness, a quality of not quite open that you've become so accustomed to that you stopped noticing it. Find that. Don't analyze it. Don't try to identify where it came from.